All right, welcome to Survive to Thrive. Happy Thursday, everybody. We start every Survive to Thrive call with wins, and I'm adding this to our recording today because I just want you to hear the awesome wins this group is having. Okay, guys, so I've always told you that I'm never going to cut this part short. If we ever get to a day where the entire 30 minutes is nothing but wins, that's okay with me. So I'm not going to tell anybody to put their hand down. Going to Matthew next, and Brian's on deck. Let's go.
I have a buy sell I got yesterday. Well, I didn't get it yesterday. I got a few days or about 2 weeks ago, but submitted an offer on the buy. We're now going to get them listed on the market next week. Contingent offer is out, and then I have a third showing on my $3.65 million listing today.
Rockstar. Way to go, Matthew. Okay, Brian, talk to us. Karen, you're on deck.
Just left a client's house who's meeting the mover shortly. We marketed the home like crazy last year, and the market just wasn't there. It was so frustrating for
Mm,
6 months,
mm.
and received a inquiry from an agent calling saw us withdrawn last year, and that deal off market sale is closing. So the market has really turned, and keep your heads up for those that didn't close last year.
Everybody in the Austin, Texas market, pay attention to what Brian just said. Go get it. Now's the time. Okay, Karen Rawlings, talk to me. Brian Gagnon, you're on deck.
Good morning. So I have two coming on this weekend. I've got two under contract and I've got two buyers that are under contract. And some of that I definitely attribute to these calls every morning because it just helps me say things a little bit differently. And one of the listings I got, I've been working on for 3 years. So
Now,
thanks to all of you.
holy cow, there you go. Hey, by the way, I think it's somebody's birthday, right, Karen?
It's yesterday.
Okay, so day late. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
And I will be reaching out to you in reference to our coaching appointment. I know you had sent me a message, so I will respond, I promise.
Thank you.
All right, Brian Gagnon, talk to me. Jack Foreman, you're on deck.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, John. Happy belated, Karen. I have a closing next week on a new construction. Special story. I am bringing a mother closer to her daughter, putting her right next door. Took a referral last year and got her daughter and the family relocated from Georgia to the upstate of South Carolina. And now the mom's going to buy the lot behind them. And then I have a closing the first week of May and just secured two out-of-state buyers. So that's my win for the day. Glad to be here. It's been a great week, and I'll continue to show up.
Super glad you're here. Keep up the great work, man. Okay, Jack Foreman, you're on deck, and Hawk, or you're up, and Hawk, you're on deck. I think that's it, and we're going to get started. Let's
All
go.
right, so I made a post the other day. It was pretty, I don't know, it was a pretty low effort post. I was just kind of like doing something. I took a picture and just kind of posted what I was thinking. I had four people that I've like known forever, always living here, um, reach out to me wanting to use me to find their next place in the next like coming month or two. So I got properties sent out to four of them, and I'm showing two of them. Two of them have tenant rep sign, and then I did a showing yesterday, and they were really liking the place. So we just like there wasn't much to talk about there. So I talked about like future plans, and they plan to actually lease for 12 months, and then they want to buy after that. So that was nice. It's always nice when I'm like doing a lease for the practice and it turns out to be hopefully a buyer later on. That's the plan for all leases, hopefully. But yeah, that was a nice little added extra.
Well done, Jack. Thanks for jumping in here and sharing, by the way. It's always good to hear from you.
Yeah.
Looking for mom on the Zoom here. I don't see her, but I'll make sure I let her know how proud I am of you. Hawk, talk to us.
Good morning. Two wins. So number one is the buyer that I got yesterday, the day before, whatever, the 5%, is looking at new construction, which is great because it just makes things a whole lot easier. I don't have to really negotiate anything out. It's going to get a whole bunch of concessions, which will make things really easy. And the second is we had a buyer who was buying a property cash. HOA wouldn't let us close without fixing it, without the seller fixing it. My buyer agreed to pay for it, and that is done today, which means we can close next week, which will be super, super awesome because this buyer, usually we buy and it takes like a week to close. This one took a little longer, but I'm excited and grateful for having a reasonable buyer,
Way to go.
even when the seller is not reasonable.
Way to go, Hawk. Well done, buddy. All right, Joe Grant, you are up last, and then we're going to get started. Let's go, Joe.
All right, I'll keep it really quick and short and simple. Since it was Karen's birthday, this is what made me think of it, and I threw it in text, is one of my mentors actually told me something. I just put this in place. I go into Facebook every day and I look at the birthday section of it, and I open those people up in a new tab. If they're local to me, I pull up my Facebook Messenger and I sing happy birthday to them in a DM direct to them. If they respond positively, I have a follow-up script that I just copy and paste, letting them know, hey, by the way, I was cleaning up my database. It reminded me when it was your birthday, and I like to keep my friends and family informed on what's going on. If you'd like to be added to that, just let me know your best email address, phone number, and mailing address to send it to. And just added that in 2 days ago, and accountability with Geraldine from this group daily to make sure we do it.
So everybody here, I promise you, you're never going to get a message from me singing you happy birthday. And for those of you who have heard me sing, you're super grateful for that. Now, Joe, I'm guessing you've got a pretty good voice, yes?
No, it's horrible. And it actually ends up with, at the end of it, by the way, John, I just wanted to take a minute out of my day because you're worth it. And you have officially received the most off-key happy birthday of the year. Congratulations. Have a great one.
You want to sing Karen happy birthday right now for us?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you.
That was wonderful. Thank
That was awesome. Are you kidding me?
Good.
That's all right. I'm confident enough in myself to know that I am not going to make American Idol.
Well, no, you're not, but it was good.
I thought it was Frank Sinatra singing.
Yeah,
That was pretty
right.
good.
I thought it was so awesome. I'm glad we got that on recording. All right.
Next time I'm in Texas, Brian, I'll come serenade you in person.
There we go. All right, Kevin, talk to me.
Hey, just imagine getting a happy birthday from a Unabomber, and Joe is it.
There you go. I hope everybody got got that. Those of you under 30 or whatever are probably like, what? What did he just say? Okay, here we go. Grab some pen and paper. We're going to talk about prospecting this morning. And I've got 10 minutes, so we're going to make it quick. All right, prospecting calls. When you look at lead generation, the way I look at lead generation, you have three sources of potential leads. You have prospecting, marketing, and repeat referral business. And we're going to focus on prospecting today. Now, the purpose of the call is to get an appointment, period. And we're calling for sell by owners, we're calling expired listings, and we're circle prospecting, or at least those are the three groups that we're going to focus on for today. I want you to really, really think about what I just said a moment ago. The purpose of the call is to get an appointment. It's not to get a list appointment. It's not to qualify. It is to get face-to-face with potential sellers. Now, if your focus is, I'm going to lead generate every day until I've talked to 10 people and scheduled 2 appointments, whichever comes last, then you're going to go on 500 face-to-face appointments in the next year. That's 50 days, 5 days a week, working 250 days. So you are calling for sell by owner. That's your pipeline, by the way. You're calling for sell by owners, and your goal is to put people into your pipeline. So John Dietz, local real estate expert. And notice you're selling your home by owner. Just curious, is it still available? If I had an offer on your home, would you want me to bring you the offer? Now, pay attention to the words. Words matter. If I had an offer on your home, would you want me to bring you the offer? It's a curiosity question. Now, I'm not saying, and pay attention again, I'm not saying if I had a buyer, because when you say that, they're going to hear, I have a buyer. And then you're going to hear, where's the buyer? So the question is, if I had an offer on your home, would you want me to bring you the offer? Now, you might get, do you have an offer? Your response to that is, great question, and I won't know until I see your home. That's exactly why we need to get together. Now, you might also hear, just look at the pictures. Your response is, I did, and that's exactly why I'm calling you. You have a beautiful home. However, I've never bought a home without seeing it in person. Neither have any of the buyers that I've worked with. I bet you haven't either, and I need to see your home in order to know if I can bring you an offer. Now, if they keep pushing back, the next question I would ask them, if you say no, that's completely okay. And if you say no, and 2 months from now, you're still in your home, it hasn't sold. Meanwhile, I've sold 4, 5, 6 homes, and one of those could have been yours, but you didn't sell because you said no. Would you regret saying no? What do you have to lose by meeting with me? The only thing you have to lose is 20 minutes. What do you have to gain? I could potentially bring you an offer, but I can't bring you an offer unless I see your home. All right, now, the purpose of the call is to get an appointment. Pay attention to this. I'm never going to list my home. I've already have a real estate agent that I would hire if I do list my home. I want $450,000. I'm not selling for a penny less. And it's not worth $450,000. I'm only paying 1%, whatever they say. It's all noise. All right. Ignore the noise. Don't judge away opportunity. So many real estate agents are losing deals because they're judging away the opportunity. And they'll call me and they'll say, John, I'm using your scripts. I'm getting appointments, but these people, and as soon as I hear, but I know what's coming next, all the reasons why they're judging away opportunity. They'll say things like they're unrealistic, they're out of their mind, they already have a real estate agent, and so on. To me, that's all just noise. I realize that, to me, no is not a word that lives in my vocabulary. No simply means not yet. I realize that people will never change their mind, but they will make a new decision based on new information. So it's my job to get face to face. Now, if the purpose of the call is to get an appointment, the purpose of the appointment, the attention, is to build a foundation to follow up from. Now, did I say that the purpose of the appointment is to get a listing? No, I didn't. I said the purpose of the appointment is to build a foundation to follow up from. I know that when I go on this appointment, they have 3 questions about me. Those 3 questions are, do you care about me? Can I trust you? Can you help me? Now, I'm going to convey, I care about you, you can trust me, I can help you, starting even before I go on the appointment. Tracy, if I have a meeting with you today, by the way, Tracy, I'm so glad you're here. Tracy Friends, so glad you're here, rock star. So I have an appointment with Tracy at 4 p.m. Hey, Tracy, it's John Dietz. I am calling to confirm our appointment at 4 p.m. Now, I'm on my way to the appointment. Hey, Tracy, John Dietz again. I'm on my way. I'll be there right at 4 p.m. If I run into traffic, I'll let you know. All right. Do I care about you? Yes. I'm taking the time to make sure that our appointment is confirmed. I've told you that I'm going to be right on time. I care about you. You can trust me. Now, remember, the purpose of the appointment is so that you could bring them an offer. It's not to list their home. So if you show up and you start having listing conversations with them, can they trust you? No, they can't. So the purpose of the appointment is to build a foundation to follow up from and look for opportunity. Now, the moment Tracy opens her front door, hi, Tracy, John Dietz. We had an appointment at 4 p.m. and it's 4 p.m. May I come in? The moment I walk in that door, the only thing I brought is a notebook to take notes, a pen to take notes, and a business card. That's it. Now, the moment I walk in, wow, I'm super excited to be here and really looking forward to this opportunity to help you sell your home. Pay attention to the embedded commands. It's NLP, not neuro linguistic programming. All right. So, Tracy, before I go any further, would you like me to take my shoes off? Be different. All right. Don't be like every other real estate agent, just barge in the door and start looking around. Thank you for allowing me to see your home. Would you like me to take my shoes off? Now, Tracy, what I would love for you to do is take me on a tour of your home. If the seller says, just look around, no. You want them to take you on a tour of their home. You want to see their home through their eyes. Now, Tracy, as we're looking at your home, if you would point out everything you love about your home. What we have found is the next buyer that will buy your home will buy it for the same reasons you love your home. And if you would, please point out all of the updates that you've made to your home in the last couple of years. Now, as you're touring the home, take notes. Do you care about me? Can I trust you? If you walk through that house and you don't write anything down, why are you there? You're there to get a commission check. You're there to get a listing. And they know that. So can I trust you? No, you can't. Because I lied to you. I came here to get a listing. I don't really care if I can bring you an offer or not. Now, my mindset, if anybody is thinking, well, John, don't you want to get the listing? Maybe. That's my answer. More importantly, I want to sell the house. And if I have an offer that I can bring them, and I'm talking to 20, 30 buyers every single day, and I'm asking, if your home would have sold, where were you moving? What are you looking for? If your home sells, what are you looking for? Where are you moving? Describe what your perfect home looks like. So I'm talking to people that could potentially be a buyer for Tracy's home, right? Now, if I have a buyer that would be a perfect fit and they would buy her home and I bring them an offer and they sell their home, don't I make more money than I would if they listed their house with me? Of course I do. So no, I'm not there to get a listing. I'm there to sell their house. Now, if you don't believe this, if you think it's a bait and switch, it won't work. You have to have the right mindset that you are there to sell their home. Now, take notes out loud. That means as you're walking through the home, beautiful family wood, hardwood floors, vaulted ceilings, wood burning fireplace. Holy cow, I love your kitchen. Completely updated. When did you do this? Are these granite countertops, maple cabinets, and so on? So write down what you're seeing. Here's the other thing. Ask questions. Ask questions that a buyer would ask. How old's the roof? How old's the AC system? Looks like you have brand new windows. It's a 30-year-old home. You could tell it has brand new windows. When did you put in the new windows? What kind of windows are they? If they're in Florida, are these impact windows? Ask questions a buyer is going to ask. Here's the other thing. Be enthusiastic about their home.
Well, and John, I think with the enthusiasm too, it's like if their carpet is just disgusting, I mean, it's taken it up to the next level of being excited for every feature. And one thing I've noticed too is being attentive right now is so important. Do not forget to open the back door. If you miss that backyard, you just missed 50% of the home. I've known 2 agents that did not open that back door. They lost the listing.
There you go.
So I mean, you got to hype this home up no matter if it is the shit of that neighborhood. They want to feel the love. And right now, emotion is everything. And bring those family pictures into the discussion, build the trust, look for, what is their personal heart of their hobbies, and ask those questions to really take that trust up to the next level like that. I mean, you got minutes.
That was gold. Thank you, Tracy. I told you I was glad you were here. Okay, like their home. Karen, I've had sellers say to me, and I know you've heard this, and this is why I'm talking to you, because you've sold thousands of homes. I've had sellers say to me, John, so-and-so is here. By the way, so-and-so is always a rock star real estate agent in the market. Okay, pay attention. So-and-so is here. They didn't even like my home. Why would I hire them? My response to that is always, I love your home. Hire me. So like their home. This is not a time to go through their house and start pointing out everything that is wrong with their house. I mean, you walk into the kid's bedroom, you're like, purple. Really? What were you thinking? Pink carpet? Got fuzzy wallpaper? Are you kidding me? This got to go. That's got to go. What are they hearing? You don't like my home. That's all they're hearing. Like their home. Okay, real quick, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Exit conversation. Super important. Before you leave and you're standing at the front door, Joe and Kelly, thank you for the opportunity to see your home today. Absolutely beautiful. My goal now is to bring an offer and help you sell your home. However, just out of curiosity, a couple questions, if that's okay. Now, in my experience, most homeowners who are selling by owner have a game plan for how long they're going to sell before they consider listing with a professional. Is it okay if I ask you what your game plan is? Just ask. You might hear Monday. You might be there on Saturday and you get, if it doesn't sell this weekend, we're going to call an agent on Monday. By the way, are they going to volunteer that information to you if you don't ask? No, they're not. So ask. The last question is, most sellers selling by owner are selling by owner to save on the fee. Is that why you're selling by owner? Yes, of course. That makes sense. And I know you shared with me that if I were to bring you a buyer, you would pay a real estate agent 3%. So the difference between selling your home by owner and working with a professional like me is just 3%. It's not 6%. Is that correct? Okay, Floyd Wickman would call that dropping a bomb and walking away. All right, now thank them for the opportunity. Let them know you're really good at follow-up, that you will stay in touch with them. And if they have any questions, you're just a phone call away. By the way, everything I just said, same thing if you go on an appointment with someone who had an expired listing or you're looking at a property on a circle prospecting call. It's all the same thing. All right, that was quick. Hope you got it. And we're right up against 9:30. Put your hands up if you've got questions for me. Thoughts, ahas. Let's grab at least 2 or 3 here before we go. Sean Fuentes, talk to me.
I mean, it's just coincidence, but I'm working with a buyer and he sent me a for sale by owner that I'm going to try to set up today. So I am going to bring a buyer, but this came at a perfect time because I'm just going to kind of roll through the script with my buyer there, see what happens.
There you go, buddy.
John, I just love how this conversation translates to an appointment that I recently had, and it's really helped my conversations. It was a referral for a listing, but just being here every morning, hearing what you're saying, repetitive, it's ingrained. I love it. So thank you so much for always bringing value.
Thank you, Megan. It's music to my ears. Really is. Proud of you.
So an easy way to get over the purple walls and the pink carpet and that stuff is like, purple carpet. Wow, my kids would have loved this room. You can always turn a negative into a positive just by changing the perception at which you look at it. Just pick a different way to look at it.
I like that. All right, one more
I
thing.
always have my designer come in. After I get the appointment listing, it's signed, I always have my designer come in and be the bad guy.
That's 100% correct. So, Megan, thank you for sharing that, because I'm gonna exit on this. If they ask you, what would you change? Your answer is, I'm glad you asked. Actually, one of the services that I provide for all of my clients, in other words, once you hire me, we will come through your home and professionally stage the property for you. All right, Debbie Clark, talk to me, and we got to jump, guys.
We just want to know where to get purple carpet at.
I don't know, Toys R Us?
No.
All right, make it a great day, everybody.
Thanks,
All right,
John.
bye, guys.
All right, go get them, everybody.